Welcome back to Box Delights as we continue the secrets of the Lost Tomb. We've just finished the tomb phase. We're going to go back to the adventure phase. We're going to refresh our actions. One thing that I did by mistake last time, I rolled for upkeep for this 45 caliber pistol. This is a dexterity weapon. You only roll for upkeep on a dexterity weapon once you use them, and you kind of turn them sideways to remind yourself that you've used them. Okay, we haven't used it, we didn't need to roll for it. But I did roll, but that's okay, because I should have rolled for Fearless, and I forgot to. It was hidden away down the bottom here. It's not a dexterity, so it always rolls during upkeep. And this one was roll a die, discard on a 1. We didn't roll a 1, so we'll keep that one. So everything kind of leveled out in the end. Alright, let's head off into the next phase. I'm tempted to head down to the next level to try and speed things up a little bit, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Instead, we might actually try and take on one of these bad guys. Because there's a room here I've not mentioned. This is a place where you can trade with the soulmonger, okay, buy and sell stuff. And to do so you need soul shards. And when you kill creatures, monsters like this one, they give you soul shards. This one gives you 5. Alright, so I'm going to go and do some fighting, kill some bad guys, and let's see what we can do with those soul shards. Heidi's first player now, so we'll pass this token. This acts as a first player token too. And we'll spend an action, we'll use her 3 movement. With her action, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, McPhee is also going to move. Movement of 3. Same movement, 1, 2, 3. But this time, we're going to spend one of our companions. Companions' abilities don't take actions unless they say they take actions. This one here has the turn icon. So, Katrina Fedikov is going to deal 3 damage to any creature up to 3 rooms away. So we'll turn her, and we're going to hit the doppelganger here. So we'll put 3 wounds, 1, 2, 3. This is its health here, 10, so 7 remaining. Back to Heidi. Now for her second action, we're actually going to trade. We're in that room there with the soulmonger. And we're going to trade by selling an item. The item we're going to sell is this pistol. Okay? And artifacts are worth 15 soul shards. A regular item like this is worth only 5. That's a good start for Heidi. And we'll show you what those do. Now we're going to have McPhee move in. We're coming in here with this doppelganger. Now normally if we wanted to continue moving, we'd have to do an evade check. This is the creature's evasion difficulty, this kind of tiptoeing foot. It's a 2. We need 2 successes using our dexterity. So if McPhee, say, wanted to carry on and explore down here, he'd first have to use his 2 dexterity, roll 2 dice and get 2 successes. But we don't want to do that, we want to stop here anyway, so we'll continue to stay here. If we fail the evasion, we can either stay here, stop our movement, or we can continue but kind of take a half damage attack. Meanwhile, Heidi's decided to push on, and she's going to move again. And she's going to move 1, and this tile here, Quetzalcoatl's Descent, says it's adjacent to Pharaoh's Hall. We'll start a new level. We're going to go down to level 2 because Pharaoh's Hall is down here on level 2, okay, which is adjacent to Quetzalcoatl's Descent. That's the second movement, and then for our third, we're going to explore. We're looking for a level 2. That's a 1, that's a 3. Here we go. Let's see what it is. Leif Erikson's Grotto. Okay, doesn't matter which way around we put it. Exits in all 4 directions. And it says, it's got the explore icon here. I like it. So let's take a +1 movement token. And that goes here. So now she has movement 4. If I put it above like that. +1 movement. And then once more we got the number 1 trigger symbol. So it's that mummy's curse again. So that was a Mythos check. She's got 5 Mythos. That's fine. We're looking for 1 success to avoid the curse of the mummy. And yeah, there's a 6 right there. Okay, good stuff. Now back to McPhee. So he's going to spend an action now, and we're going to attack this doppelganger. Now there's a rule. I don't particularly like this rule as it goes, but and I don't like it because it's one of those things that you kind of have to track, or right in your head you have to remember. The first time an adventurer, a particular adventurer, so in this case McPhee, attacks a particular monster, then they lose courage. And the amount of courage you lose is given here. So in this case it's X. X is the current adventurer's base mythos plus base knowledge, which is 4. Pretty scary, huh? But if McPhee has to fight this doppelganger again, he doesn't have to do that. But if Heidi DuPont comes and attacks his doppelganger, same character, then she does. So you kind of have to remember, right? Which is fine, if I guess, if you're playing multiplayer, but when you're soloing, it makes it a little harder. So just remember. I'm not quite sure how to do it really, but there you go. Such is. Hopefully we'll kill this thing before we have to worry about any of that. Now, the good news is that we don't lose this courage. And now we see the value of this fearless trait, this mental positive trait. You do not lose courage from creatures. No problem there. That's a good start. Courage can really damage your character's ability. Next, we have to choose our weapons and our armour. Well, we've got 2 hands. We've got 2 one-handed machetes. These are what we're using. We don't have any armour. Incidentally, if you're using 2 one-handed weapons, 2 single-handed weapons, their abilities here must match. So I couldn't use a machete and a pistol in one hand and a machete in the other, right? It wasn't make sense. So for 2 strength weapons, that's fine. Now we have to build our combat dice. We're doing a strength attack, right? Not a dexterity, for example. So our strength is 3, so we're going to get 3 dice. Then our machetes each give us +2, so that's another 4 dice. These other +1s give me +1 against misadventure checks, so no use here. Okay, so another 4 dice, that's 7. And a doppelganger is a bit nasty. As his name suggests, he kind of copies your stats. So his courage was equal to your mythos plus knowledge. His base combat strength, Y, is equal to your strength plus dexterity, which is 5. And that says we need 5 successes off these dice. However, we do have an ability called That's Not a Knife. It says, when using machete, all creatures get -2 combat against you. So in fact we only need 3 successes. Let's roll, let's see what happens. What we're looking for is a count of our successes and critical successes. So we've got a 5, a 5, we've got a critical failure here. Another one here, there's another one here, that's 3, and then we've got 2 4s. And normally I might consider using Audacity to re-roll, but I'm not going to. I'm going to show you what's happening here. Okay, so we got 2 successes. Now remember, we needed 3 to equal his combat value, 3. We didn't succeed, so our defense is a number of successes and critical successes. Okay, 1, 2. If we take 2 from 3, 3 is his combat, that leaves us with 1. We're going to take 1 damage here. This is quite neat because you're doing a single roll to have him attack you and you attack him. Okay, so here's his combat value, this one here by the chomping teeth. Remember it was 5, strength plus dexterity for the doppelganger, -2 because of that's not a knife. Yep, so we're going to take 1 damage. Also, we don't need tokens for this, we just track our health on this dial. We're down from 13 to 12. Now we check to see if we damage him. Now I could have had Heidi come help. If she'd have been in the same room, I'd have had what's called an outnumber bonus. And you get 1 additional die for every additional adventurer more than there are enemies. That's our action over. So it's 1 attack, 1 combat exchange. So now it's back to Heidi. And I think she's going to push on with her exploration.